Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Pitman, and when last we left off, level 57 was causing some problems, but not for much longer, for I have figured out what I need to do, starting with hitting these two monsters in the face, and then going over here to hit these two monsters in the face, but not before moving this over here. It's very important that we start moving those over, because if we don't, we can't move one of the rocks over to get to that final monster. I was doing things concerning this, and I was on the right track there, but I was doing it way too early. I actually want to get rid of this, and then push this rock over there. By doing that, I can push this here, and be presented with a massive pile of immovable rocks. But not so immovable for long, because if I do this and push this, suddenly I can push that rock down into this hole, and you guessed it, kick this monster in the face. Oh no, you finally found me! And thus, one kick later, the level is complete. It does take a little while sometimes to figure out some of the puzzles, but I figured it out. And now we're going to play round 58, which hopefully isn't going to be as challenging as the other rounds that we've encountered. I want to push this here, and that there, and then this so that I can get over to that ghost on the far left, because that ghost is most certainly going to have to be defeated. There we go! That ghost has been taken care of, and I think I want to make sure that I can make a pile of 3 rocks to get that ghost. That's going to be a little bit tricky, though. We'll just do that, and then this, I think? That might help. There we go! That has been taken care of, and now we just want to go over here, and then do this. Excellent! We can now make a pile of rocks by using this ladder to get beyond this rock, and this level was rather simple to complete. Sometimes a level can just provide a roadblock. Level 57 was one such level. And now it is time to go all the way around one more time, and then use these rocks to, you guessed it, kick this ghost squarely in the face. Kapow! Level complete. Time to move on to level 59. Will level 59 cause the same amount of problems? There is only one way to find out, and that is to have a look at this massive pile of rocks here. We cannot do much without moving some of these rocks. So we're going to have to move some of these. The only way we can move them, I imagine, is by doing this and then that. Then we can do this and that. That will then allow us to get over to here, which then means that we can do this. Now the problem is that we don't have a way to get over to that ladder. That ladder is going to be what we need to get over to that monster on the far right. Maybe there is a way that we can do this, or maybe there isn't. But either way, we're going to give it our best. Let's see if we do this. We can now, well, we have made a small pile of things. It's not a very good pile of things, but we certainly have made a pile of things. Now, if we were to move this to here, we can then climb up here. And this provides us with a single rock. This rock, I hope, is going to be important. This rock is definitely important, because this rock allows us to get over to you. Kapow! And then we can push this, get over to here, and kick you in the face. Marvelous! We're making some fine progress, and I'm sure it's not going to last. It's probably not going to last. Level 60. Let's see what this level's all about. Well, there are 2 of us, which means we probably need to use both of them as platforms. Let's see what we need to do. There are 2 rocks here. We're definitely going to have to use one of them as a platform. Let's start here, and then push this down here. Go all the way around to here, and then push this rock down to here. Which then means that we can get to you, and we can get to you. Which is very handy. Now there is a 3rd rock over there that I imagine we're going to have to use to get over to that final foe. And I think we're going to have to use... we actually can't do anything with that rock. That rock is stuck there in the right-hand corner. It is entirely useless. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to switch over to Catboy and see what we can do with this. I imagine what we can do is we can have you there, and then move this over to... that's not actually going to work, is it? Nope, that's not going to work. We definitely need to rewind time there, because you actually need to be here. There we go. Now we can push this, and then we can start pushing this over to here. We can then do this, and then switch over, and we can push this over to here, and level complete. Marvelous. Kapow! kick to the face, 1 level done. We are now past the 60% mark. Not bad. Not bad at all. But will level 61 cause problems? This level looks remarkably familiar. We have 2 rocks and we have 4 ghosts, and the problem is that we're going to have to go and move these rocks. Let us go down here, because I imagine that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do that so that we can move these rocks. Let us move this over to here like that. There we go. That's not good at all, I don't think. Nope, that's not good, because we have now trapped ourselves. Terrible idea. Let's try again. This time with less failure. What we could do is we could immediately get rid of one of these ghosts. There we go. And that presents the minor problem that we then cannot move those rocks. But we could move those rocks if we then drop down to here, and then get rid of this, and definitely go down there. Now that we've done that, we can start pushing... we cannot push these rocks, because we cannot access this ladder. That is no good. We need to be able to access that ladder. So we have made a mistake. But I think I'm slowly figuring out how to solve this level. We need to get a rock over to here. We also need to make sure that we use, actually we probably need both rocks over there, don't we? We need both rocks over there. So if we, do this and then use you as a platform, we can then start pushing this rock over to here, like that. And then if we put you down here, and then switch over, we can then move this rock over to here, which means that we can then access this ladder, which then means that we can quite easily get access to all of these ghosts. We just need to use you as a platform every single time. Aha! We have succeeded! We then need to constantly switch who's doing this, though, because somebody will end up on the wrong side. But it doesn't matter how many times we switch over, because we will eventually be victorious. There we go. Not bad at all. This level is not hard. Perhaps level 57 was just a difficult level. I cannot say for sure. I'm not very good at puzzle games, but I do manage to get through some levels when I can see the puzzle solution immediately. Some of them are easier to see than others. Level complete. Level 61 done. It took 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Now it is time to move on to level 62. Let us start, shall we? And see just how difficult it will be. There are 2 of us here, which means that we need to start moving various rocks. I imagine if we put you here, we can then use you to get this rock into here and this rock into here. We probably want to get more rocks over to there. We need 2 rocks over there so that we can then get to you. You are the only foe that we need to get to. And this is going to be a little bit tricky, I think. What if I were to... Let's see if what we can do if we go over here. Probably not a whole lot. We could push these rocks over to here, which then means that we can't really do much there, though. And we could push this rock to here, but that is a terrible idea because now we are trapped. Let us restart, shall we? We probably want to most certainly move you out of the way. We don't want you trapped here. There we go. We'll just get you to, I think here might be sufficient. Then again, we can't have you there, because if we have you there, that's going to be no good. But we can do this and get you to stay there. If we use you as a platform, we can then get over to here. Yes, we can. We can actually get over to there. We can do this and that, and then this, but that's not really going to help, is it? It's not going to help, but then again it might help, because we can then do this, we can then push this over to here, we can then push that to there, and we now have the problem that we don't actually have any rocks to get over to here. That's not good. We do need at least 1 rock. Let us restart and see what we need to do that's different. I think the first thing we do need to do is push these 2 rocks into here, though. It just seems like a sensible thing to do. Pushing these 2 rocks to here is a pretty good idea. We need 1 rock over there. Just 1. How are we going to get just 1 rock over? Maybe if we have you here, we can then... No, we definitely need you here so that we can then use this as a platform. We can then use this here and here. There we go. The problem now is that we then need to get to... if we push this here, like that, we then have one thing, and then we definitely need to get over to... What if we used you as a platform, and then tried to get over to here and push this rock? The problem with this, of course, is that we then can't actually get you out of there. We need to get you out of there, don't we? Yes, we do. That's a problem. We're nearly there, but we just need you out. We need you out. I think I may have figured out what I'm doing wrong, and it starts right at the beginning. I need to switch over to Catboy here so that I can then move this over to here, and then switch back to Catgirl. I was sort of on the right track, but there were a few things that I was getting wrong. For instance, I need to move this over to here now, which then means that I can use this as a platform, and then push this to here, and this to here. And then I need to push this out of the way so that there is a way that I can get somebody over to here, into this hole. Now that I have somebody into this hole, which is namely Catboy, I can move Catgirl over to push that rock away. Catboy is proving to be quite a sturdy and capable platform there. But we still have the problem that we can't do anything with getting somebody over to there. Not so. I thought that ladder would be important, which then means that we now have a way to get over to here and kick this monster in the face. Haha! We got there in the end. Level 62 clear. You can see I did quite a bit of experimenting there with trying to figure out the solution. Took over 8 minutes. And now we have 2 people here, and we have only one foe that we need to deal with. One foe. The problem we have here is that we really need to get, I think, Catgirl over to here. So I think we do this, and then we, there we go, we get you over to this ladder. Now we could push these over here. We could push this one to here. There we go, like that. And then we need to get you over to the other side. That is going to be a little bit tricky, but if we do this, we can then get you over to that side like this. There we go. We'll just do this, and then we'll push this over to here. There we go. The only problem now is that we can't get somebody up to there. Or can we? No, I really can't get somebody up to there. Because Catgirl can get to there, but Catgirl cannot actually go and then get Catboy to get up to this location. I think I need to do stuff to get Catboy over onto these ladders, because if we don't get that to happen, then we're in a bit of bother. Let us restart and see what I can do. We definitely need to get Catboy onto here, don't we? Definitely need to get Catboy onto here. But how are we going to do that? We could do that with Catgirl, but the problem is one person will have to stay down here, and we can't have one person stay down here. That's a pretty bad idea. Then again, we could just have you there, couldn't we? We could just have you stand there. That could work. That could definitely work. Okay, we'll have you get ready to push this, and then we're going to have you stand here. We'll push this here, and then we'll have you go... that's going to be a bit tricky. Because if we have you try and go all the way around, that's not really going to work, is it? It's not really going to work. But we can certainly try. There we go, we'll just have you do this, and then we'll push this to here. Yeah, we're in the same situation that we were in before, which is that we don't have anybody that we can get over to here, do we? No, we don't. I mean, we could move one of these rocks, but that's really not going to help, because then we're in a bad situation because we then can't do anything. We then definitely can't do anything, and we've worked ourselves into an unwinnable situation. Okay. Think about this, Kiko. What are you doing wrong? Well, we have to get Catgirl over to here, which means that we have to move this rock. Maybe moving this rock this way is a bad idea, but it's the only way that we can actually get Catgirl over to here. Maybe we need to move the other rock first, as in we need to go over here, and then move this rock over to this side. And then we need to, Maybe that would work? No, I don't think that's going to work, is it? If we put this over to, if we put you over to here, we can't get you over to that side at all. Catboy cannot get over. There we go. And what we need to do, I think, is we need to get these rocks over to here. But we only have 2 rocks, and the problem with having only 2 rocks is that with 2 rocks we can only make so much of a ladder. We need to use you, Catgirl, to get over to here, and by ladder I mean platform. Silly me, we're not making a ladder. You can't make ladders out of rocks. But we can move this over to here, and then use this as a platform to get over to this ladder, and then we can push this over to here, and then get to you. Kapow! Aha! Marvellous. Level complete. That barely took any time at all. Not a difficult level. The next one, I imagine, is going to be quite tricky, though. Let's have a look. Okay, that's a lot of foes that we need to get rid of, and, are there any foes over here? There are 2 foes over here, which means that we need to get at least 1 pile of rocks over to here, so that we can then get over to there. We need to get a lot of rocks over to there. That's going to be tricky. We have 5 rocks here, and that's not going to be a very easy thing to do, moving these rocks. I imagine we're going to have to do something concerning all of these here. Now what we could do is we could move, for instance, let's see, if we start at the bottom. No, we can't really do that, can we? If we start at the bottom there and try to work our way across, that's not going to work that well. But if we then move, say if we put you here like this, and then if we start destroying these enemies here by kicking them in the face, and then move this down here, like that, and then like that, then we could do this, and then we could push this over to here. The problem, of course, now is that we can't actually get access to any of the other monsters. That's going to be a little tricky, isn't it? It's going to be a tad tricky. We need to move these destructible platforms in such a way that we can get all of the rocks to fall down. That's going to be tricky, but maybe if we just do this like this, and then get rid of all of these enemies by kicking them in the face, we'll then just have to, what do we then have to do? Problem is that we can't really. Then again, maybe we could just do this. That's not a bad idea, actually. If we then do this, and then this, we can slowly get rid of all of these, and be very careful about doing the final bit. There we go. And then we want to switch over again, and then get you to here, and get you to... Ah, this isn't going to work, is it? It's not going to work because we can't actually get over to here. We can't get over to where the 2 enemies are, even if we have all of these rocks here. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. We need to get all of these rocks over to the left without getting rid of all of this. Tricky. And we can't do that, and then, we could do this, and then just start pushing them over. But that's not going to work so well either, is it? We just move this rock to here, and then we could do this, and then switch back. That could maybe work. Let's see, if we then do this and that, and this, we could then move this to here. The problem now is that we have the minor issue of not being able to move these other rocks. Unless we do that, and this, and then switch back so that we can then move this rock. But then we're going to have a problem with getting over to... we're then going to have a problem with the fact that we can't then get over to here. We only need to get 1 more rock over there, though, don't we? We only need to get 1 more rock. Problem now, of course, is that we're going to have to destroy all of these, and then that could work. If we do this, and then we push this rock over. Problem now, of course, is that we then have to get past that there, and that's not going to work because you're then going to fall, and that's no good. That is no good. We're getting there though. We do have all of those rocks there, but all of those rocks there aren't going to help if we can't actually get over to where those enemies are. They are dancing away in victory. And they may have outsmarted us right now, but they won't outsmart us forever, that's for sure. We will get past you, enemies. And by past you, I mean we will kick you in the face and then move on to the next level, to level 65. But that will be for next time, folks. For when we come back, I will try to figure out the solution to this puzzle. And then we will have to move on to more puzzles. More challenging, tricky traps. And puzzling puzzles that Catboy and Catgirl will have to solve. I feel like I'm getting somewhere with this one. But, as usual, I cannot quite see the solution. It's probably something quite obvious that I'm missing. Or maybe it isn't. Who can say? And I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.